Attorney General Jeff Sessions reportedly will decide whether to fire former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe before his retirement goes into effect on Sunday. It's a move that would see him leave the Bureau, possibly with no pension. With me now to discuss, Katie Freites, Olympic Media Managing Editor, Beverly Hallberg, District Media Group President. Back with us, Jillian Melcher. Katie, let me ask you, what are your thoughts on this? Because I don't know any Americans really who think, when they think about what McCabe did, particularly from the perch that he had in the FBI, that he wouldn't have done the same exact thing to any agent working for him. Fire them, I mean.
Well, I mean, it's fantastically poor timing that he's so close to his retirement after 22 years in service. It does kind of make for a sticky situation. You have to decide, does what he did wrong outweigh those 22 years of service, or do you follow the rules? Do you fire him per those recommendations? I mean, even if he is fired, he's probably not going to lose all of his pension. It may take him a little longer to get it, but he probably will receive something. But honestly, Charles, I would not want to be Attorney General Jeff Sessions right now, because no matter what he does, a lot of people are going to be angry with him. If he decides not to fire McCabe, then he's going to have President Donald Trump probably going on a Twitter rant. If he does fire him, then he's going to have the rest of Twitter going on a Twitter rant. So I would not want to be him. I
mean, but Beverly, here's the thing. This is a recommendation from the FBI itself. They did an investigation into this, and you know, again, his actions would have resulted in termination for any rank-and-file agent.
Well, only in D.C. are we discussing whether or not a government official should be able to keep full retirement or keep his pension, even though the FBI has already stated that he should be fired, but such is the swamp as we know it. And when you look at these allegations, these are serious. This is whether or not he misled investigators when he said, yeah, my staff, they should go ahead and leak this to the media about the Clinton Foundation. This is extremely concerning. So I think if you want to be treated fairly, you have to treat all employees the same. I don't know if Jeff Sessions will do the firing. I lean towards he won't, but I think this is a serious offense that McCabe made.
Jillian, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, if you saw how disruptive the FBI was during the last election, that potentially had a huge impact. And I think the fact that the FBI, I mean, imagine what they would do if it had been a normal U.S. citizen not in a political position lying to the FBI about their contact or their conduct. I don't think there would be a ton of mercy here. Bottom line, this is a guy who's going to be drawing hundreds of thousands of dollars in pension at the taxpayer expense. And I think the rules should apply. I mean, it does put Sessions in a tough position, but it's not him saying it. It's the FBI's own review office.
But, you know, and Katie, I like the point you made with respect to the timing. Perhaps it should have happened a long time ago, but all eyes are on Jeff Sessions. And I'm not sure that he did listen, he's already on thin ice. So I'm just not sure that it would be wise of him not to follow up on the FBI's own recommendation.
Well, we have to decide how Jeff Sessions perhaps feels about the president. I mean, I would agree that he's probably going to lean toward not firing him. However, I also agree that taxpayer money going to the pension of someone who broke the rules and was recommended to be fired kind of doesn't sit very well with me. But yeah, we'll absolutely have to see. I do not think the president is going to react well at all if his attorney general declines to fire someone that the president has so obviously and vocally told the people he doesn't like. All
right, guys, I've got another developing story I want to ask you about. The Fox News, in fact, reporting that Christopher Steele, the author of that Trump dossier, must appear for deposition in British court, which will be used as a trial testimony in the ongoing civil litigation against BuzzFeed that published the unverified dossier. More and more stuff, of course, Beverly, coming out on this. I mean, it's a murky situation. You talk about the swamp. This is the essence of it. Where do you think that goes?
It's not ironic that, or it is kind of ironic that this is right within the FBI discussion that we're having right now, because this was, of course, something that led to the FBI investigations on Donald Trump to begin with. So I think when we want to see, okay, where did the money come from? Who was Michael Steele? How did he get this information? I think that's extremely important when we're looking at the FBI, who use this as a reason to even open an investigation. So I'm glad we're learning more about it, and I hope we'll get some answers.
You think we'll get some answers?
Well, I would hope so. I think there's been a real disservice done to the American people that there hasn't been more transparency surrounding both what was happening at the FBI and the Steele dossier.
Right.
You know, I think as much as the American people can know about this, the better. And frankly, it's Congress's responsibility to push more out.
All right, ladies, thank you all very, very much. Well,